Hi, and welcome to Ellerby Math Notebook's video on systems of equations, complex word problems. In this video, we're looking at the word problems for systems of equation that aren't quite as basic as the ones we started off with. These will still have a few sentences, but it's not going to be, here's a sentence, get an equation, here's the next sentence, get the second equation. You're going to have to do a little more thinking with the problem. For example, Pablo buys some hot dogs and sodas for $11.65. He bought 5 more hot dogs than sodas. A hot dog costs $1.25 and a soda costs 55 cents. How many hot dogs did Pablo buy? So you can see in this problem, we have 3 sentences before the question. We're not going to try to get 3 equations though. We're still going to get the same 2 equations. So we have to determine what to use from those 3 sentences. If you read the first sentence, it says Pablo buys some hot dogs and sodas for $11.65. We can't get a correct equation from there because it says he bought hot dogs and sodas for $11.65. To get a money amount, we need to know money with it. So the number of hot dogs and the number of sodas doesn't fully equal $11.65. Looking at the second sentence, it says he bought 5 more hot dogs than sodas. That sentence we can get an equation for. And then the third sentence says a hot dog costs $1.25 and a soda costs 55 cents. Again, not a complete equation that can be got from that sentence. So we're going to need to combine that third and first sentence in order to make an equation. First though, we're going to do that second sentence, since that's the one that's a little closer to what we've been doing. It says he bought 5 more hot dogs than sodas. When you're starting with an equation like this, you're going to want to start with the one that is more. It'll make things a little easier for you. In this case, he's buying more hot dogs. So we're going to have our equation start off H equals. And since he's buying 5 more, that means you're adding 5. That's how you show 5 more in math, to the sodas. So our equation will be H equals S plus 5. Now we're going to look at those 2 sentences now in blue. It says he buys some hot dogs and sodas for $11.65. And a hot dog costs $1.25 and a soda costs 55 cents. Well, like I said, you can't just add up the number of hot dogs and sodas he bought and get $11.65. That total has money. So we're going to need to take those money amounts from the third sentence and put it with the first sentence. So since a hot dog costs $1.25, to get his total amount, what you would need to do is multiply the number of hot dogs he bought times $1.25. We don't know how many hot dogs he bought. That's our variable of H. So we would have $1.25 H, and then we're going to do the same thing with the soda. So 55 cents S. And that's going to equal the total amount that he pays. So our equation will be $1.25 H plus 55 cents S equals $11.65. So now we have our 2 equations, and we need to work to solve it. If we're looking at our first equation, it was H equals. That means we're going to substitute for the H into that second equation. So the H is going to come out of the second equation, and S plus 5 is going in its place. We had those parentheses because we're going to have to distribute the coefficient for the H. So our new equation is going to be $1.25 times the quantity S plus 5 plus 55 cents S equals $11.65. And now we're ready to solve. When we solve, the first thing we're going to have to do is distribute that $1.25 through the parentheses. So we'll have $1.25 S plus 6.25 plus 55 cents S equals $1.65. Now we just continue solving. We combine our like terms. $1.25 S plus 55 cents S gives us $1.80 S. Still have the plus 625, and it still equals 11.65. Now we need to subtract 625 from each side. So we need to do the opposite. So we have $1.80 S still, and it equals $5.40. Final step for solving for S is to divide by $1.80. So $5.40 divided by $1.80 gives us S equals 3. Well, the problem asked us for the number of hot dogs. So we need to take that S amount and plug it back in to that first equation. First equation was H equals S plus 5. So S comes out, 3 goes in. So we now have H equals 3 plus 5. And 3 plus 5 is 8. So we know that Pablo bought 8 hot dogs. Now you're going to try. You're going to get a word problem. First thing you'll need to do is get the two equations. After a minute or two, I'm going to give you the correct equations. Try to get them on your own first, though. Once you have the equations, you'll need to solve for the variables. Ready? Go. A donut costs 45 cents and a bagel costs 65 cents. You buy 3 more donuts than bagels. You spend a total of $7.95. How many donuts did you buy? Try to get your two equations. Your two equations should be D equals B plus 3 and 45 cents D plus 65 cents B equals $7.95. Continue on trying to solve to find out how many donuts you bought. Time's up. Let's see how you did. D should equal 9. So your answer is you bought 9 donuts. Hopefully this video has been helpful. If you have any further questions or problems with systems of equations, be sure to check out the other videos on ellerbemaathnotebook.com.